Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? Alright, let's go ahead and get the link in OGS. Dude, hopefully I'm live anyway. Twitch.tv/Clossi. Hope everything's good. Let me know if anything's wrong. Alright. Just trying to get back into this. Not playing today because I've already played at Go Club. I played like four games at Go Club already today. So I figured get on here and do some game reviews and teaching games or something while I'm waiting to pick up Mrs. Clossi from work. So anyone want a game review? Well, how are you guys today? Am I live? Am I live? Am I even live? So let's go ahead and get on Discord too. Let's ask anyone on Discord if they want a game review. Discord. Hi Gandalf, what's wrong? You can hear my cat. Alright. Live now. Seeking games to review. If anyone wants a review, sent that in Discord. But okie dokie. What a shiny new overlay. Thank you. I am using Streamlabs, and clearly I did not make this overlay. I am using one of the given overlays, and I just put my information in. But I really like it. The Streamlabs OBS is actually really, really good, I think. It makes streaming so much easier and also makes your setup look so much better. I wouldn't say it's new as in the last month. I would say it's new in the last year, I think. But Streamlabs OBS has like default themes that you can use, and this is one of the default themes. I really wish I had one that had chat. I might change it to a different theme later, like not today obviously, but because I don't have the chat, like you can't see the chat like on either side. And I would like to have the in-between video have the chat and the video. Oh, I don't know if you can hear it. My cat's just meowing away. Anyone want a game review or a teaching game? Game review or teaching game? I asked in OGS and I asked in Discord. No responses yet. So, in other news, I have been doing a lot of Go problems lately, just in my free time or when I'm bored. I've been doing Go problems just to improve my reading, because I was misreading life and death groups in games, and I was like feeling really terrible. So I actually changed my rank on Discord to be like Q until I learn to read. So I don't deserve to be a Don. I'm a Q player until I learn how to read. So I started doing Go problems, and I've done several hundred. And now my reading, I think, is doing really well. And I think it's paying off because I've been doing it like every now and then over time. And then in the several games I've been playing in the last few weeks, several of them, I've just won just by outreading my opponent, just hardcore reading, and I just kill stuff, and I just get a great result. And it's really surprising how effective just straight up reading is, just in the fights, like with invasions, with like cuts, just life and death, attack and defense, just in general. It's really amazing how just a little deep reading can go such a long way in the fights. At least to say I got my Don rank back in Discord, because I've started doing playing really well, and I think I'd like to think my reading's getting back into it. I think I've been playing really good games, and I'm happy that I'm able to have confidence in my reading again, because before I just wasn't confident. So it's nice to get confidence in your reading again. Though then again, on stream, it's probably going to go downhill and misread everything again. Anyone in chat want a game review or a teaching game? No one's online anywhere. Where did all the Go players go? Since I've gotten married, I guess. This is like the last time I streamed is when I got married. Where'd all the Go players go? OGS, Discord. Where's everyone at? Live streams. Am I streaming at the same time as anyone? I should check that. I hope I didn't mess anyone up. Let's see, Twitch. I'm wondering if someone else is streaming. I mostly got on because I was waiting to pick up my wife. I have to pick her up at 10:30. Ah, Batsko is streaming. Yeah, we're not gonna get anybody. We're definitely not gonna get anybody. Streaming at the same time as Batsko. I'll play if you're streaming in an hour or so. Okie dokie. We'll see how it goes. Right now we're just waiting to teach somebody, or just maybe even if it's not a teaching game, if someone just wants to play for fun, we can play for fun. Ooh, someone posted in the announcements. Oh, the National Go Center was doing... National Go Center was doing commentary. I can play in 20 to 30 if you want to test your Don level. Uh-oh. Test. Test the test the test. I know you guys probably know, but I just found out recently that KGS raised the ranks one rank. And so now I get on KGS and I'm going to play, and I feel so strong. Because now I'm like 3 Don instead of like 1 or 2 Don. And I feel so strong when I play. I mean, it's not really much difference in skill, but just the little number change, it made me feel good. Maybe we should try and stream snipe bats or something. No one wants a game review. No one wants a game review. Maybe people just don't like game reviews anymore. Way back when, people used to jump on game reviews. I'm also streaming very randomly, so no one really knows that I'm streaming, I guess. We're just 3 or 4 watching. Yeah. Gotta get that schedule thing going again, which we are working on. Not to jinx it, hopefully, but hopefully we will get our house next week. And then I'm hoping to stream a lot more often after that. Yeah, I'm working on getting back into it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been making. I've made a couple Go videos, so I'm just like taking baby steps, getting back into the Go stuff. Been playing games, doing Go problems. I've made a couple videos, and now I'm worked my way towards getting a couple streams in, or getting a couple hours into stream. I'm working my way back up to it, guys. I'm slowly working my way, so hopefully everything's good. Half a bottle, whatever they're talking about. Am I online? Actually, because I remember there was a bug. Ooh, 2 weeks in. I do. Am I even online? Because I remember a while I was chatting in OGS and no one was seeing my messages because there was apparently some bug that wasn't signing me in because it still thought I was signed in as my wife. But literally just gotten to go. Any tips? Yes, I have some tips. First things first, I have made videos targeting beginners on my website. So it's like the How to Play Go series and then the Beginner's Basic series. So any tips from those I can recommend. But really work on learning to see liberties. And what that means is make sure you don't miss Ataris. So count liberties on every single group. And even if it's a chore, do it every single group, every single turn until you can just at a glance know how many liberties something has, because that's just going to be oh yeah, let me give me that. That's just going to be so important Um, it's just going to be so important for you. Yeah, you can just click on the How to Play Go tab, and it has the How to Play Go series, which is the rules, and the Beginner's Lecture series right under it, which is all my beginner tips. But basically, you need to be able to see liberties. If you're not seeing liberties, you can't really go anywhere from there. The second thing is, you'll see some tips on the openings, and as long as you have a decent opening, it's okay. But the biggest hurdle that you will face is going to be the fights. In the fights, the first thing you want to think about is liberties, as I just said. And the second thing is staying connected and disconnecting. Those are the two things you want to learn for the fights. If you can do those two things in fights, then you will level up very quickly. And the rest is just learning shapes, patterns, how to make territory, when to play elsewhere, or tanuki, if you know what that word means. When to play elsewhere, and stuff like that. And that's all basics. You're about 15Q playing against engines. You gotta play people. I can't really tell you how good that is. It's just playing against computers. Because the robots, double-digit Q robots, just there's no real way to compare that. Oh, thank you for the subscription on YouTube, Kurai Hiryu. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Am I live on YouTube? Or how did you get my YouTube? Probably terrible. Yeah, so learn the basics, like one basic at a time. But the biggest hurdles that you will face is liberties and cuts in the fights. Really focus on those liberties and cuts during the fights. And it'll really help you. If you have any games that you would like me to look at, I'd be happy to look at them, since we're kind of just sitting here kind of bored and just talking. I can look at maybe some games that you had maybe questions on, or show you some little things that you could maybe did different. But the fights, the cuts, and the liberties during the fights are going to be your biggest hurdle. And I would say that's going to be the most important for you to focus on as a beginner. The rest, just take one step at a time. One basic at a time. Okay, cool. Just send me a link. I'm assuming OGS link. Wiccan Wolf is online. He's in the chat. I don't know if he knows that I'm live. Yep, I didn't think so. Am I even here? Yay, my comments saved this time. Yeah, my comments weren't saving in the OGS chat. I didn't think they were. It happens like when apparently I log off. Web link has YouTube vids. I clicked the YouTube vid button. Send me the link. Oh, cool, cool. Thank you for the subscription. There we go. Now people are seeing my comments. Twitch.tv/Clossi. Stop the process. We have some news. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting to people. I'm seeking games to review. I think Narglis is going to send a link here in a second. This is Top the Anime. Hey Wiccan, how are you? Oh, so Wiccan, I have something that maybe you will be interested in, maybe you won't, I don't know. Oh, there we go, got the game. this last week we went to see Kara's brother, who just joined the army, and we went to see him graduate basic training. Been on a losing streak. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, so I got the first one. I'll also pull up Intravix's game. Alright, Intravix, you will be second. There we go. Now we got some games going. Alright, so let's go ahead and transition this. Boom, boom. And review this game. Boom. Alrighty. Yeah. He said hi on like his way out. He's like, tell the chat I said hi. Or who? I think he said like hoorah. How do you say that? Like, I thought it was always. I always thought it was like hoorah, but I saw someone spell it on a T-shirt and it was like hooah or something like that, and I was like so confused because I didn't realize that there was no R in it, and then now I've second guessed myself ever since on how to say it. Hooah. I always thought there was an R. I didn't know that. Is that a dead body? What dead? What? What are you talking about? Dead body. It's a cat right here. Oh, that's why I was confused. Okay. Hooah is Army, hoorah is Navy, and oorah is Marines. Okay, that's see, I have a reason to be confused. There's 3 of them and I thought there was only 1. Okay, I did not realize that. Okay, so let's get into the review. Are you black or white? Narglis. Are you black or white in this game? Am I reviewing for black or reviewing for white? I don't know. Starting in 3-3. White. Okay. So first things first. Open corners first. Even if your opponent approaches, even if they attack, open corners first. Because it's okay to sacrifice 1 to get 2. And even here you can still live. So it's okay to be under pressure as long as you get 2 open corners. So open corners first. Okie dokie. Okay, block your base. Very, very good. Block. Okay. Avoid the first line for the first half of the game. Unless there's a specific reason you want to be on the first line. The first line is really slow. So unless there's a very good reason, don't unless there's a very good reason, don't worry about the first line. In this case, you have a disconnection spot here, so you want to fix that. And this is the tiger's mouth. I don't know if you know that. And if they play inside, you can capture. So you want to fix the disconnection or the cut. Is the video lagging or the voice, or is it just the normal Twitch delay? Or what is it? Is the video bearable to watch? The video bearable to watch. Of your face. Video is lagging. It looks fine to me, but oh, I'm dropping frames. Is it okay? Because if I start trying to fix it, I might make it worse. So is it okay, or do I need to actually take a minute to fix it? Nice beard. Thank you. I just haven't shaved. I just need to shave. If you guys tell me to fix it, I'll try to fix it. But if it's okay, just roll with it. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna roll with it. All right, so you did fix the cut. That's good. You don't need this exchange on top. Okay. So when they play these surrounding moves or the Hane, yeah, when they play the surrounding move with the Hane or something, cool. You want to ask if you can ignore and go for an open corner. The way you determine if you can or not is if you have space surrounded with the group. If you are already alive with space or a base, as you can call it a base or eye space or whatever, as long as you're alive and have plenty of space, surrounding is not Sente. That means you do not have to respond. As long as you're not going to get cut and you're alive and you're fine, you do not have to respond to some moves. So if you can Tanuki sooner or play elsewhere sooner, it will be very useful to you. Here is a good chance. So if you look at the Clossi approach on the website, you'll every turn you ask yourself 3 questions. Do I have any weaknesses or weak groups? In this case, you do not, because you have an eye, another eye, and space to make even more eyes, so your group's completely alive. If your group's completely alive, then it's not a weak group. If it can't be cut or pushed in any way that might kill it, or anything like that, then probably you're fine. Tanuki means to play away from the local situation. So I definitely would write that down and just remember that term. It's a very common Go term, and you want to make sure you remember that one. Tanuki means to play away from the local situation. Every single turn, you want to try to Tanuki. However, you need to fix weaknesses or attack weaknesses first. It is Tanuki. Every single turn, you want to try to Tanuki and get to the next big move if you can, but weaknesses come first. So, the first question you ask in the Clossi approach is, where am I weak? Or do I have any weaknesses that I need to deal with? In this case, you don't, because you have eyes, you have a base, and you're okay. Does your opponent have any weaknesses? Not really. The only possible weakness would be this stone, and the reason for this is, these aren't weak because they have space. If they have space or a base, it's not weak. This stone, though, is not connected, and it does not have space, so you could think it might be weak. But as soon as you take the base and he runs away, he connects in one move. So maybe you could attack it once, but otherwise, if you don't think it is, because it has support right there, then just go and play a big move. A big move is open corners, open sides, here and here, and then the largest area or framework. Largest framework. Let's say framework, because area can be confused with other things. So open corners, open sides, largest framework. If it's your framework, then you build it up. If it's your opponent's framework, then you reduce it or invade it. In this case, there's no weakness for either player, more or less, so you want to Tanuki and take a big move. A big move would be open corners, so you can play this corner or that corner. I would play this one just to stop black's combination, since you have just territory right here, and no influence. You want to stop black from having influence or a combination. You have no combination here, so you don't want black to get a combination, so I'd take this corner. But if you don't understand that, don't worry about it. Just open corners. So this one's a little bit slow. Again, a little bit slow. You don't need 2 eyes. This is unnecessary because you have space to make eyes or base. If you have a base, you don't need to make eyes. The only time that you need to make eyes directly like this is when you are surrounded and your eye space is small. If your eye space is very large, then most of the time you're okay and you can leave. You don't need to make the eyes directly because it's a little bit slow. block, block, block. First line again. And here you want to notice that white has played all of the moves in this corner. So it's a little bit local. Yeah, it's a little bit of a buffer. I think it's my bad, but they said it was bearable. And just to proceed with the review, because I don't want to worry about it right now. Anyway, notice how all of white's moves are in one area. Yeah, you want to Tanuki sooner. This gets into reading, so here you want to surround while staying strong and connected. Perfect. This is not good. This is the first move I think that I'm going to call a really bad move. And there's a difference between moves that I think are not good, and so I can teach, and maybe you need to improve for your level. And then there's moves I'm going to say that, you should not be doing this at your level. You should know this. And this is going to be the first one. I think that think that maybe you got a little scared of something, or you did something that was a little bit below the level of the other moves. And that is, you are connecting something that is not an Atari. It cannot be cut, so you don't need to connect it until your opponent takes this liberty right here. Until your opponent takes this liberty and forces you to connect, you don't need to, because you're wasting a move. So in this case, you could disconnect your opponent, you could surround your opponent, or you could Tanuki. So don't connect if you're not an Atari. It just takes away a point. All right, you surrounded. Very good. Good. Reduce. And perfect. Very, very good. All right, this, don't worry about it. So actually, this move you can ignore because there's no way to make 2 eyes in this area. You have 4 eyes, right? So even if you lose 1 stone, you have 4 eyes. There's no way that black can make 2 eyes in this tiny little space. So if you ever see your opponent playing a move like this, I have to sneeze, but I can't sneeze. It's really weird. If you ever see your opponent playing inside of your area like this, you need to think, can they make 2 eyes in this area if I do not respond? Because remember, always think Tanuki. Can my opponent make 2 eyes in here? Or do something to me, or kill me, or anything like that, right? Can they kill me? Can they make 2 eyes? Can they do something in this tiny little area? If not, then the stone is going to be dead as it stands, even if you ignore. So even if he takes, you can see that black has 0 eyes and can still be captured later. There's no way to make 2 eyes, so there's no reason to respond. So really watch out for these types of moves where your opponent are just playing inside without any future. Okay, surround. Good. Did your opponent just pass? What? Don't capture until the end of I don't know what rule set this is. Don't capture stones inside your own area because it's -1 point. They're considered dead as they stand because they will be captured eventually. So the rules will in the remove stone step or the remove stone phase before counting, the stones are removed because they're considered dead as they stand. It's playing Master Mantis, a bot. Okay. Chinese rules? Okay. Chinese rules, this does not lose you a point, but most common rule sets that English speakers use, this would be -1 point. But even if it doesn't -1 point, it's not necessary. You can Tanuki. Remember, always think Tanuki. Alright, so you go here. That's good. Open corners. Here you have when it's 1 stone versus 1 stone, you usually have 4 options: Nobi this way, Nobi that way, Hane this way, or Hane that way. Most of the time, it's Hane, especially if they're on the inside or close to the edge. When I let me clarify: when I say inside, I mean close to the edge. Outside is towards the center. So even if on this side it might be different than this side, because I say inside is close to the edge and outside is close to the center because it affects the rest of the board. So when they're on the inside like this, you usually want to Hane, and you want to push them towards the closest edge. So in this case, it's either this edge and this edge, so I would Hane here. Unless you have support or other stones, but I would Hane here. If you chose this Hane, it's also fine to get some points. This is not common, and the reason this one's not the best is because you're not taking any of Black's liberties, and you're not surrounding Black. Remember, liberties and cuts. That's the key in attack and defense. Okay, so Black plays here. You can see Black is surrounding points or a base, surrounding area, so Black is making a base. White is not making a base. So White has a weak group, so you want to play on this. Second line is not good for a base. Here, there's no way to extend on the third line because bases are usually on the third line. There's no way to extend because there's a big wall right here. So in this case, run away from the thickness and run away towards the open area. Since you can't make a base, you want to run away. And here you can play a 1-point jump because it can't be cut. Run away as fast as you can without getting cut. That's a good defensive tactic. Second line is a little slow for defense. This does not make any eyes. Empty triangle is a bad shape in attack and defense most of the time because it does not make eyes and it's considered a little bit slow, and it also has very bad liberties compared to Nobis or other shapes. It has one less liberty. So empty triangles in attack and defense are usually not good. Here, yep, save the Atari. You can see Black is taking White's eye shape, so White is actually in a lot of trouble. But there may be something you can do, possibly. It depends on Black's reading. I'm looking at disconnecting Black and trying to surround the corner. I don't think it'll work, but maybe you can confuse your opponent. Yeah, so your goal right now is to defend your weak group. So you need to either make a base, and if you can't, then you need to run away towards the open area or towards support. This is fine because you're trying to get a forcing move in, but it doesn't really change your eye shape. First line again, Gote, and you're dead. So unfortunately, the group died. So there's no eyes, and there's no way to escape. And the last thing you check is there anything you can do to your opponent to kill something or to escape or to use weakness somehow to do one of the two, either escape or gain eyes. And there's no way to do that. So unfortunately, this group is dead. So, Tanuki. Alright, so here you want, this one is a little bit not good because when you're already surrounded, you need to check how many eyes you have. If you're surrounded and you can see that you cannot make 2 eyes, then you need to leave it, cut your losses, and leave it and go play a big move. Because adding 2 dead stones is just giving your opponent points. So you don't want to do that. Cut is a good idea, but it's too late because you only have 1 liberty, so there's nothing you can do anymore. You should have cut here when you had 3 liberties, so that way maybe you can come up with something. But when you're already in Atari, there's nothing you do on the outside is going to change the result. So it's just better to Tanuki. Here, you're actually getting another weak group by trying too hard to kill something. So, for example, you're trying to cut something that has 2 liberties and 4 liberties, and he has 1 liberty. So he can easily connect, so there's no weaknesses for Black. But you're playing stones that are touching strength, and you only have 2 liberties, no base, and no escape paths. So because of that, you're actually giving yourself another weak group. Here, you can see these 3 stones are getting surrounded. So you want to make a base or escape. In this case, there's no escape, so you really need to expand that eye space. Cut is an attacking move. Attacking is not good when you're defending because you can't attack with weakness. You'll die first, most of the time. Not all the time, but you want to defend before you attack. So the cut is an attacking idea, not a defensive idea. So it's the wrong goal or the wrong mindset. Here, we just get into a bunch of forcing moves, but I don't think the situation's going to change. I think after your group died, you started playing whatever you could to try and kill something back because you felt like maybe because the group died, you felt like you were going to lose if you didn't kill something in exchange for that. That is not a good plan because trying to kill stuff usually never works out. Rather, just cut your losses and go play a big move. That's the best way you can do it. Once you die, cut your losses and go play a big move. We'll go do the questions again. Where am I weak? Where's my opponent weak? Where's the big move? Here, you can see that you're not really playing any big moves. All you're doing is trying to kill something since he killed something, but you're just gaining more and more weak groups, and the situation's not changing. So I would say all of these moves are kind of like desperation moves after your group died. So it's no longer basic mistakes. It's, I think, a mindset mistake. So the mindset here is you kind of panicked and maybe kind of freaked out a little bit after your opponent killed your group, and then you started making more and more weak groups, and it just kind of went downhill from there. Just learn to cut your losses, and I think it'll be easier. Yeah. But yeah. It's not just big moves. It's more the mindset of I need to think Tanuki, Tanuki, Tanuki. Am I weak? If yes, respond. If no, is my opponent weak? If yes, respond. If no, Tanuki. But always think Tanuki and check your weaknesses. And then when your groups die, just cut your losses. All right. Hopefully you found that helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Got a comment right here. All right, so that's it for that one. So let's go ahead and look at entrant fixes. Right now it's just first come, first serve, Alonso. Yeah, not a problem. So now we are moving on to Cactus Juice's game. Cactus Juice is white. So this is the next game that has been posted. And no one's posted since, so whoever posts next gets the game after this one. Alright, so I'm reviewing for whites. So let's go ahead and look at white's game. Ooh, cross. So now it's a big fight / territory game. 3-4, good, good. Alright, so you're choosing the right side, perfectly fine. Second line's a little slow, so you chose a pincer. Ooh, very interesting. I like the mindset here. Base on this side. I'm not gonna say anything here. I think it's fine. Weak group, get a base. Here, I think is a little much. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that one next to the line. Here, I think is a little much because white technically only has one eye, so you haven't really made your base yet. And black technically is not alive either, so you can still pressure black as well with maybe something like this. And maybe force him to force you to make a base or something. Maybe he'll live small in the corner. But, yeah, make a base. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. The cat's being rowdy. Had to go get him. Alright. So, make a base here or here. This one's safe, but you can go 3. The reason is if he tries to do something like this, trying to invade next to weakness doesn't usually work out because it'll damage the outside group. You can see it's in a lot of trouble. Just like that, or maybe take the base here, force him to run something ugly, and then he's running next to thickness. Usually it doesn't work out. So 3 spaces is okay if there's weakness nearby because they usually can't invade next to weakness. But if you're a little bit scared of it, then this is also fine. Or for now, until you get to done, then it's not acceptable. Then the pro teachers will yell at you. Now it's undead. So yeah, this one's a little bit much. This is fine. Jump back. Yep. And now you see the weakness coming into play. Maybe try a leaning attack and then surround. Oh, you did. Cool. This move. This is brave. Okay, so here we need to read. First things first, if you need to connect, this is a way to connect. But if we do something better, then we should obviously check that first. Or this move also connects. Sorry. Can I surround? And I'll be back. Squeeze. Nope. Let's squeeze this way. Nope. Not, well, maybe. This might be a little much for this level, though. Okay, this is too much for this level. For this level, just connect. And then maybe you can surround stuff later. That might be a little much for Introvix to try to read out. So, okay, just fix. Just fix. If you can't... Yeah, here, if you can't read it, it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, if you can't read it, then just be safe. Staying strong between 2 weak groups is normally going to be okay. Your priority is defense, right? Because defense before attack. So the Hane means you read it and you know the result. But if you can't read it, then just defend like with some basic shape or something, and the groups will stay weak naturally. It's more important for you to defend than it is to attack, because to counterattack. And for the others who were just watching the previous review, I said don't attack when you defend. Counterattacking when you defend is okay and actually very good and very powerful. But I want to make an important distinction. There is a big difference between attacking and counterattacking. Attacking is being aggressive without too much regards for your own shape, as long within reason. But counterattacking is just putting pressure while gaining shape, or putting pressure while gaining strength. So the Hane looks like it's defending, but R4 gets cut off, and R4 is kind of the important stone because that's the stone in the corner, and also it's the cutting stone, and you don't want to lose the cutting stone. Cutting stones are very important. So yeah, keeping your opponent split and staying strong would be the correct answer here. All right, here you're in a little, you're in a little bit of a bind because you can't really disconnect your opponent anymore without a lot of trouble. So I would just say cut your losses and gain strength. Just let them connect and gain strength because there's no way to cut them anymore. So just fix yourself. You remember, defense first. Defense first. This is a little much, and I think maybe you're trying to. I think you might be expecting too much out of yourself. You just simplify your game. You don't have to do a lot, especially at this level. We don't have to do amazing things to disconnect our opponent. All we have to do is answer the Clossi approach, which is, do I have a weak group? Yes, defend it. We can worry about counterattacks at single-digit Q. At like 7Q to 5Q, that's when you can start worrying about counterattacks. You don't have to counterattack as an 11Q. All you have to do is make sure you defend. Disconnecting your opponent like this is an attacking idea, and I think you're neglecting your defense to do it. So I think here your goal is incorrect. You are trying too hard to disconnect, and you're not taking into account your own weaknesses when you do it. Okay, so you did cut your losses. A little bit late. I would prefer this way now so you can connect. Because if you Atari this way, there's still 2 cuts. But it's good that you're trying to cut your losses and just defend. He does try to cut you. Oh, you died. That's not good. What about Atari? He just connects. Nope, you're dead. There. There. Fix. Oh, so let's, if we read it, then it, no, the Atari dies. Dadgummit. This is like the best result White can ask for. Not that, sorry. This is like the best result White can ask for, is something like this. And then run with your weak group. It's a little good for Black, but actually not terrible for White. It's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad for White. If you just save your stones one thing at a time, and it's actually not that bad. Unfortunately, you did get disconnected, and your 3 stones die. So here the lesson is you need to prioritize defense, and one of the most important things is defense is staying connected. So you let yourself get disconnected too much here, and it came back to bite you in the butt. This is just shape, I guess, but it's shape and Gote, so it's a little bit slow, but at least it's defending. Don't you do it. You did it. First line moves, guys. Really small. But whatever. Second line, this is really small. This is in-game. There's an open side. There's also weakness right here. The large Knights move shape on the second line has weakness. There is this, but if you don't see it, then play a big move. Doing something for Sente is actually bad, because you can translate your Sente move as to Aji Keshi. And remember, Aji is weakness, Aji Keshi is fixing weakness. What if later there's stones around here and you want to invade right here? Or what if... Okay, honestly, that's actually not the right idea for this. The reason this is not good is because it's completely Gote. This is just endgame. You're not going to attack black in any severe way. There's only a few points here, so it's actually really Gote. And that's why it's not good. But doing something for Sente is either 1, not Sente, or 2, Ajikeshi, unless it's doing something important. Like, for example, stealing a base, surrounding, threatening to cut, or something like that. If you're going to be Sente, try to know why it's Sente. In this case, this is only Sente because it's a few points, but that means it's not Sente because it's Sente in Yosei or endgame. This is Sente endgame. It is not Sente opening move. In the opening, it's actually really Gote. It's really small. This is not the most open side. Direction of play. Open corners. All the corners are taken. Open side. The top side and the left side. Left side is wider, so therefore it's bigger. Alright, so he plays here, so you need to connect your stones with a 1-point jump. Pincer is correct direction, but it kind of makes K17 useless. Because now when he goes here, well, I suppose you can do this, but then you're in the wrong direction again. And if you go in the correct direction, you can see that K17 has no combination, so it's a little strange. K17 makes this whole corner strange. Oh, he jumped. Cool. You want to play high, because you already have a low. So low goes to high, high-low combination. Also puts more pressure on black. Take the base. Yep. Easy. Block. This is big difference. This one was endgame. This one is black's eye space. Black here already had a base. This one, black does not. So this is a good block. It's a big difference. I want you to realize that there's a big difference between this one and that one. Life on the second line is not the big, but if you can block in Sente, it's okay. So block is okay. You want to block this one. This Sente doesn't affect the eyes, but this Sente does. This gives a tiger's mouth, and it does help the eye shape. So you want to block the one that your opponent, to stop your opponent from getting the good one with the eye shape. You did Tanuki, which is good. Just locally, you can see that there is a forcing move, and there could have not been a forcing move if you had connected this one. But anyway, Tanuki here is actually really good because you need a base. This is overplay. Is black going to do this? And then die. Then this, then this, then is black gonna get a weak group? Normally, you normally go on top because the outside is more important. Even if you lose a couple points on the inside, if you get a lot of influence for it, it's really good. But okay, this is not bad for your level. Your job in this scenario is to connect and stay strong. And you did that. Maybe there's a better way to do it, but who cares? We don't need to play the best move. We are not a pro. We need to accomplish our goal, which is to connect, and I think you did that. So I like this move. Uh-oh, you got tricked. You are not connected. Now I don't like it anymore. I don't like it anymore. You need to play this move. You got tricked. If he connects, you connect under. If he connects under, then you connect over. What's most important is that you connect. So this is the move. So you got a little bit tricked here. A little bit tricked. Uh-oh. Okay. Hane is kind of attacking. You're not really attacking. Yeah. This stone's technically weaker than this group, but at the same time it's one stone versus a group. But this area is so large that I really want to just just to live in here somewhere, just because it's so large. I know we need to defend the weak group, but this is just so big that it's just unbearable. So you have to invade and just deal with 2 weak groups, or play here and steal the base of this group and fight. But you're gonna have to just play with 2 weak groups, even though 90% of the time this idea is very bad. This one is an exception just because it's just so large. You made a mistake and you made this area too big. So now I think maybe here. Live, and then your opponent's gonna get a very severe attack. And honestly, you might die. I don't know. But there's 2 things White needs to do, and there's no way to do them both in one move. White needs to defend his weak group, and White needs to invade this section because it's just too large, and there's no way to do both. Maybe you could try and go for a counterattack. The center of, so normally you want to be in the center of 3, but it's blocked on both sides, so I guess this way, and then while he runs, you run. And if he defends, you invade the 3-3. If he defends, you invade the 3-3, and now he can't surround you. So maybe this is a move that you can do, but I don't think there is a good basic that you can use here. I think you're just going to have to come up with something because it's just, there's 2 things you have to do, so unfortunately it's just a bad situation. My advice, just don't get into this situation. Don't get cut in the middle of your opponent's side. Yeah, don't get cut on your opponent's side because then the situation becomes impossible and you just have to come up with something clever. But just don't get in this situation. There you go. There's no basics for coming out of bad situations. You just need to not get in the bad situation. This is easy. Net. Of course net. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, very nice Tanuki. Very nice. Most players at your level might just say, I need my 2 eyes. But invading, or where did you go? 3-3 is a little bit easier, but whatever. You invaded. Cool. A touch is also easier. But you invaded. Cool. If they try to take the eyes, you just say, okay, but I'm out. I can just run away and make another eye. Or I can run away. Or I can Tanuki even, because you can't surround me in one move. So this is actually really good Tanuki here. I really like this Tanuki. 3-3. There are eyes in the corner, and 3rd line is where you want to be when you're trying to live. 2nd line life is really, really small. So you want to get off the 2nd line. Hi, kitty. I got a pretty kitty. It's pretty kitty. Yeah, so 2nd line life is really small. Okay. Very easy Atari. Good. Take. Good. 3-3. Good. Yep, don't get surrounded. Keep your eyes. Keep your base. Very well done here. This area is much better than this area. Here, you definitely outplayed your opponent. Nobi. Then he fixes, then you surround. Hane is unfortunately a little weak because you have a little bit of a cut. Yep. Do you have the ladder? No, you do not. You are alive though, so maybe you can just sacrifice it and go here. And if he tries to do something, you just live because you're alive. And if he plays this way, it's at worst a Seki, right? No, that is not a Seki, guys. That is not a Seki. That is the opposite of a Seki. Here. That is a Seki. Okay, fine. Don't do that. It's too risky. I mean, you can, but why? Why make it hard on yourself? No, you stay connected. This is good. Surround the weak group. Very nice. Very nice. Very good here. Very good here. Yes, surround the weak group, but you can be a little bit cool and do the clamp to Tsuji. Because the next move is Miai. If you go here, it's a tiger's mouth to cut. And if he goes here, you surround. You're alive on both sides, so you can clamp and threaten. So the clamp to Tsuji here is actually very powerful. I don't expect you to learn the clamp for a while, or to remember the clamp for a while, to like maybe 5Q. But it's good to be exposed to it to know that it's possible, and then maybe you'll see it in the future. But this is very good. Cut, beautiful, beautiful, very well done. Ah, reduce eye space first. Reduce. What in the world are they doing? Cats are fighting. Reduce eye space first, and then Vita Point. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a Seki. That's not dead, guys. That is not dead. This is the opposite of dead. This one is a Seki. Oops. Did he just... Almost. Almost. This one's better, so you make an eye. Yeah, this one's better for an eye. This makes me sweat, even though I know it's alive. I don't like this. I hate this move, okay? I'm sorry. It creeps me out. It's like, ugh. It feels like it should die because of all the forcing moves, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Just make the eye. It's okay. Just make the eye. It's moving on. Actually. No, it's still Seki. No, sorry. Yeah, the outside Hane first. Outside Hane first. This is a Ko. Oh, you done goofed. Wait. That's a Ko. That's a double Ko for the death. No, that is complicated. Guys, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer here. Cause white can make this one eye. No. I'm stupid. No, you can't. No, you can't. That's alive. Then why are you playing this move? What does this move do? I just assumed that this move did something. Black's alive. I'm very confused. It's all because of this move. I told you I hated this move. I told you I hated this move. Just live. I don't know why I thought that could be reduced. Yeah. I assumed... just live. Just live. Don't die. That's the lesson here. Don't die, guys. Not supposed to die. Alright. Yeah. White died. White's not supposed to die. Yeah, that's that's the lesson here, guys. Just don't die. If you have a chance to make the 2 eyes when you're completely surrounded, just make the 2 eyes. Don't kill yourself with the empty triangle. If you need to steal the eyes, this is, I guess, the best way to do it. But I doubt it works, and I don't want to read the whole thing out. You are trying to kill. Can't blame me there. It doesn't quite work, though, because black can just live. Neither player likes making the eyes. Why does no one make the eye? I don't think... Do more life and death. Do more life and death. That's the lesson here. Neither player's making the eyes. No one makes the eyes. What does this do? Why are you responding? Disconnect. What does this cut do? This cut doesn't do anything. I wanted more to check the bottom left. Okay, so are we done here? Yeah, that's dead. Anything else? How did this die? Oh. Sorry. We had to at least see this, Centrivix. Oops. Oops. Playing too fast. Playing too fast. Yeah, more Go problems. That is my recommendation for you. Especially since you could have just Atari'd. Oops. Yeah. Okay, but this is just playing too fast, right? Yeah. So just more life and death. That's my recommendation. Okay. Hope any questions about this game before I move on to this game? A quick, peaceful game versus a bot. I'm wondering if White could have lived with the 3-3 invasion at move 20, but decided to Tanuki and never follow up. Okay. Okay, so no more questions. Okie dokie. Yep, that is, my recommendation is life and death, but hopefully you found that helpful. And time to move on to the next game. Alright, so we are reviewing for black, I think. No, white invaded the 3-3. So I guess white? Why does no one ever tell me what color they are? No one ever tells me the color to review. I don't know what color to review in this game. Let's just see what happens. Oh my gosh. Oh, single digit Q. Even still. Don't do this on 13 by 13. It's just crazy. What the heck? Open corners first. Okay, you're black. Okay. Okay. You're black. Open corners first. Good. This is fine. Defend the weak group. Okay, good. Good. Second line's unnecessary. You can touch here. Because cutting points. Yay. If he connects, you cut. If you know he's up, there's 1,000 cuts. Cutting points. You can't play a knight's move and then you can't play a shape that has a cutting point and then play another shape that has a cutting point as a follow-up. You can't play two shapes that have cutting points back to back, except for in the double honey, but that's different. Oh wait, I played that move. He's supposed to know, but yeah, there we go. That wasn't even the computer. That was my move. I'm stupid. I'm tired, guys. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's past my bedtime. No open corners, no open sides, no weak groups. So largest framework, I think, is whites. Because if we compare, black does have a big side, but there's a very large framework. And black's already sealed, so black's fine. So I'd break into the framework. So we can either do an invasion, like here or here. Or we can play on the line of the influence and reduce. And break in. But you went for your own points. It's possible, but it would be easier if you didn't. Okay, reduce, reduce, and endgame. Both of these moves are really big because this still has 3/3 Aji. So I really want to do this. But the Aji on here is also really big. So it's hard to say. So you asked about this move. This is technically a knight's move, so technically it should be a ko. But. You're already completely surrounded. So when they're completely surrounded, it can die with the 1-point jumps. The 1-point jumps can kill the corner when there's super strength on the outside. So normally, it's a knight's move, which leads to a ko. But in this case, because of the super strength on the outside, it's just dead. So let me teach you guys a cool trick. So with the super strength, there's the knight's move. Oh, there's a 1-point jump to kill. But normally on open boards, a direct 3/3 just lives. Just lives. With a large knight's move, it just lives. Just lives. That is alive. Even if I do something like this, that is alive. This shape is alive. With a knight's move, it is a ko. Because if you connect, you die. So it's a ko. And if black connects, then white can make the second eye. Okay. And with a diagonal, it should just be dead. Should. Most times, it's just dead. Diagonal, most of the time, it's just dead. There are Aji points that you can think about. There's a lot of Aji, but the rule of thumb is generally a diagonal kills a 3/3, a knight's move is a ko with the 3/3 is a ko, and a large nice move, the 3/3 is alive, and nothing, the 3/3 is alive. So if you want to seal the corner, normally it's this because the Ko is just too heavy. And then when you want to just kill the Ko, you play this. And that's how you enclose the star point. Alright, so that's just good rules of thumb. Back to the game. So this should technically die, but at this level, it might be a Ko. I don't know. Depends on your life and death. Depends on your Go basics. Chinooki's for white is fine, though. This is awful. Yosei-wise, this is better, right? Or at least this. And then later, there's this. So those are the two Yosei options in this area. Aji-wise, there's this. If you try to block, I can connect like that. Or I can just push this shape and maybe get Yosei later. Or something like that. So this exchange is actually good for white. However, black's super strong, so if black disconnects, white might be dead. So I don't think it can live. Yeah. But there's Aji, right? So at the very least, there's good in game. At the very most, there's a lot of Aji. This move just fixes black. I'm reviewing for black, not white, guys. I got flip-flopped in my head. Oh, good connection. Good connection. Very nice connection. Helps you out a lot. 1 monkey jump versus 2 monkey jump. Dude. I think this one's bigger than this one, so it's okay to play. You're okay, right? There's nothing here, right? Right? I don't know. Okay, whatever. You can fend. I don't care. This one was the other big move, though. Looks like white got both, but then white lost Sente. Sente first. Sente first. Then you can block this weird crap. Does this move do anything? I don't know how many points it is. This might be the biggest after that. But Sente first. Always think Sente in in-game. I don't get it either. All I know is go to. Don't offend the large knights. He was just trying to verify if Go God exists. I don't. Oh well, I don't get it. Exchange this is Sente, because if they do this, Atari. So this first, they fix, then you fix. Sente in end game. It's all about Sente in the end game. Like here, for example. Sente. Okay. Conclusions. 2 things. The first, learn to be Sente and Yosei. Your in-game needs improvements. Please learn to be Sente in in-game or buy a Yosei book and work on in-game. The in-game was a little bad. Just a little bit. Um, the second thing was largest area. Don't be afraid to give up a couple points on the side to destroy the bigger position. If your opponent's position is bigger than yours, it's better to destroy both than both players to get both. Because the exchange rate is even if both players get nothing. But if both players get something and your opponent gets more, then the exchange rate is not even. It is in your opponent's favor. Yeah. So if your opponent's area is bigger, deal with their area first. When you're on largest framework. No open corners, no open sides, no weak groups. Just largest framework. If it's your opponent's, deal with it. Thank you for the sub, Nargis Splat. Let's see, Nargle Splat. Nargle Splat. Thank you for the sub. Alright. So, my recommendation are those two things. Don't be afraid of your opponent's framework and endgame. Alright, who has the next game? We have one more hour. One more hour to do some game reviews. I'm actually going to take a quick restroom break and get a drink. So, first one to post gets it. I will be back in just a minute. I'm back. For the Lila Zero game. Oh my gosh! Don't ever do that. I've had people troll me like that several times. They gave me a pro game, and then said it was their own game, and I said there were so many mistakes because I don't understand pro moves, guys. That's fine, Wiccan. We can see what happens. Unless someone else has a game too. I don't understand pro moves. I don't read as deep as they do. So to me, unless I know it's a pro, it looks like a Q game. Doot doot. Doot doot. Review this game. Alright. So we're reviewing for white. Very good. Open corners, open sides, weak groups. Okay. You want a Hana here, Wiccan? And then jump. Normally, the 3/3 is block, extend Hane. But with these two stones, because there's a stone for white on the outside, you can actually play this Nobi down and cut. And then these 3 stones die. There's no way to save them, guys. No way to save them. And if black gets crazy trying to kill these stones with some weird crap, assuming that lived, these stones would die. So let's say, for example, way back here, he said, I'm going to save my 3 stones. Well, then that stone dies. So in other words, this cut creates a Miai to kill these one of the 2 things. Either 1 will die or 3 will die. And that is only in the Joseki, where you play the 3/3 and there's a stone on the outside. They cannot Hane. They cannot do that, because you just Nobi down, and if they block, you cut. So they have to fix the cut, and then you connect, and the Joseki's broken, and the direction of play is broken, and it's just good for white. So that is why you do that first, and when they Nobi, now you want to jump, but there is a cut. Doot, 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 doot. And if we play the other side, doot, there's all kinds of bad stuff, and maybe a ladder, no ladder. Okay, there's all kinds of bad stuff. So there's cuts. We don't want to get cut. So we make this Sente exchange first, and then jump. And now, there is no cut, because I block, because I have liberties. And that is Joseki. Okay, that's Joseki, and that's why. But still, not bad. Not bad. If you don't know the Joseki, then this is fine. Good. Good. And Shinjuki can play a big move. Cool. I like it. I like it. I think top side is a little bit wider than the bottom side, because there's like 4th line, and this is 4th line, 3rd line. And the black has a nice combination on top. So either you can jump or you can approach. I think the top side is just a little bit bigger than the bottom. Now the top side's definitely bigger. Second line. You're alive in the corner. What are you doing? Life and death. You can play here. You can play here. It's okay. Just live on top. The corner is fine. Doot, 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 and then doot. Life and death. Slow. Don't ever Nobi down, guys. This is a 12Q plus move. You learned this at 12Q. Nobi down and giving your opponent an extra Sente move is very, very bad. It's better to connect or play a Tiger's Mouth, because later you have a Hane, and you don't want your opponent to block that point in Sente. So because your opponent can block this in Sente, it's like 2 points. So it's you playing the Nobi down instead of connecting is like -2 points or -1 point. So a little bad, just a little bit bad. Whatever. As long as you live. I don't care. You fixed the cut in your own little weird way, but it worked. Okay. No big deal. Top side. Top side. Here's a cool trick, guys. This move is not Sente. If you have an extension over here, and there's something really, really big, you can actually ignore. And if it goes here, you either extend, but in this case, you already have an extension, so you can just jump or Tanuki again. And it's fine. You just trade the corner for the side, but you got Sente out of it. So this move is not always Sente. The extra Sente is bad? What are you talking about? Yeah, so black's move is... I wouldn't play this as black. Because, technically, this move is Gote. I'm saying this move is bad, and that's why. But black playing this move, I would ignore. Dude, I'm alive. Dude, I'm alive. Just 2 stones, very small. It's not Sente. I'm still true to my word, Introvix. Black's move was not Sente. I was just explaining why F19 was not the correct move. Adios, Karai. Thanks for watching. Anyway, just a small little tip that this move is not always Sente. Alright, so you went 3-3. On this board, I am not a fan of it. The reason I am not a fan of it is when we draw a line from all the black stones, you tend to notice something. And that is, this is huge. It's very big. I kind of want to do something about it. So I don't think there's a wedge anymore because you don't have any eyes because of a certain Hane. So an approach should be okay. And then maybe a fight. Something. And destroy the Moyo. Or maybe a shoulder hit to reduce. And then 3-3. But you might want to do something about that gigantic center influence that he's got going on there. I mean, technically, there are no open corners or open sides. And when I say open, I mean unplayed. Technically, the corners have stones in them, and the sides have stones because this is not completely an open side yet because you can't wedge anymore. If there's no wedge, then it's not really that open. Maybe it's not the best extension, but it's not open. And it's still invadable. Still very easy to play on. But now I would say we're at the largest framework, and it's definitely this giant thing. So 3-3 might not be the best thing. Hello, Tom Bomb. Oh, Tom Bomb. Do you know that we are planning to move to Cookville? Hopefully, as long as nothing goes wrong with the lease next week. And that should we move to Cookville, we are potentially going to have a Go Club on Wednesdays in Cookville. I thought you might like that if you still live there. Also, 3-3 hosts. Yeah, I thought you might like that. Yeah, 3-3 trades territory for thickness and Sente. That's fine. It's been debatable. Yay! So we'll have more Go in Cookville again. Hi, cat. I think I woke him up. I think I made the cat mad. This Hane is another thing, guys. According to robots, this Hane is a bad exchange because it gives black a tiger's mouth. And technically, as long as you have this push, you're alive. So technically, you can Tanuki this. So according to robots, the Hane is a bad exchange. But according to pros, for the last several hundred years, up until the robot said otherwise, this Hane was Joseki. So, just a side note that you might want to know: this Hane is optional. I hate this move. I hate everyone who plays Tengen blindly. Don't ever play Tengen blindly, guys. It's a terrible idea. I just want to kill it. I just want to go here, and then I just hope you lose. I just hope you lose. Oh my gosh. Don't ever play Tengen just like this, guys. If it doesn't have a reason, don't play it. Just because there's a dot in the center doesn't mean you have to play the dot in the freaking center. The basics tells us that there's a big area we can either invade or reduce. And the most effective way to do it is to do something in maybe Sente. So you can play shoulder hits. You can play other shoulder hits. You can play other shoulder hits. And then, now that you've pushed back the line, maybe you can do something here, or maybe you can even do something here, like to push it even further. Maybe you could go as far as here, but that might be behind enemy lines because you don't have enough support. But the point is, push the line of influence back so you can get as far in as possible. But Tengen, without those forcing moves, is clearly behind the line of influence when you draw the line. Like here. And if we include this stone, then maybe it's like that. But it's so far behind the line of influence, it's very easy to block its escape path. More cats! Yeah, here's Anna. H17 shoulder hit. Yeah, that's good. And then maybe something like that. Something to like threaten a connection while also running away. Just something, right? Use hello fart-headed legend. I like your username. I'm pretty sure that I've said that before. I remember your username just because of the fart, and it's funny. But yes, I am back. Yes, the cats are coming with me. You will be able to pet our cats. These are our children until we have children. These little cats are little children. So yeah, I just, you know what? Moving on. Ooh, Black played a very nice shoulder, kind of a cool shoulder hit to build his gigantic Moyo. I would say it's okay to come back because, you know, reasons. No need to reduce. Attack the weak group to work your way into the center. Use the weak group to gain stones to reduce the center. It's very large. This side is not very big, relatively speaking. So this is a second line move, very small, very slow. If only we could attack this group, but there's nothing in the center to attack it with because we're ignoring that stone. I guess we have to take the X off now. Cap. Take its escape paths. I hate that stone. I really do. The cut. Oh my gosh. There's a problem. Your corner's dying. That's not good. That is not good. Touch. Maybe you can live in Sente. Oh, you did! You did! Cool! Awesome. Awesome. Did you live in Sente? No. If you're gonna play Gote, then just play Gote and live. I was thinking peep peep blah blah blah. And then maybe make the two eyes in this area. But this is Gote. If you're going to play Gote, then it's better just to live. Clossi coins. Is it not working? I call bullcrap. It's online. Where's my currency? It is here. You guys definitely have the points. Where's my commands? Currency. Here we go. Edit. No, not edit. Settings. Name, Clossi coins. Command, Clossi coins. Automatically become regular at 100 points. Okay. Oh no, we definitely have Clossi coins. It is definitely a thing. Clossi coins. Failed to send message. Are you connected? The chat bot's not connected. Why is the chat bot not connected? Roll credits. There's a roll credits button. Why is the chat bot not connected? Profile. It says I'm offline. Connect. Oh, my oath token changed. Dang, blast it. Sorry, guys. I can't fix that until I get off stream because I don't want to show what my oath token is. Or auth token, or whatever it's called. My token changed, so my bot's not logged on. I apologize. I thought it was. I thought it was. I will fix it before next time. I will do my best. I'm pretty sure you're still getting Clossi coins, though, because I'm pretty sure that's a Streamlabs thing, not the chatbot thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're still getting Clossi coins. You just can't see them. They're invisible. Okay, back to what I was doing. Weak groups. You know what? Tiger's mouths are really cool for getting eyes. And then so are 1-point jumps and like big giant table shapes. That's cool because that way if they try to do something else, you just eye. Tiger's mouths are really good for eyes, guys. It's a cool shape. What the flipping crap is this? Wickenwolf, I don't cuss, but you make me want to cuss sometimes. And I'm only picking on you because I know we're good friends, but sometimes you make a non-cusser want to cuss with all your moves. You're dying, and Black's dying, and you want to play on the Tingen Stone. Oh my gosh. I hope you lose this game because of the Tingen Stone. Take the eye and then surround is really effective here. You forgot how much struck this game. Oh man. You're dying. Black's not alive, and you want to play on Tengen. Oh my gosh. I hate Tengen, guys. It's so useless. I hate Tengen in the middle of the game. Tengen for an opening is so much fun. But Tengen in the middle of the game is so useless. It's completely irrelevant to what's going on, and it's not basic at all. Oh my gosh. And you're... I hope your group dies. I hope your group dies. Does it die? It looks like it's gonna die. Please die, please die, please die, please die. Die, 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 die. Up, up, up. Up. Son of a biscuit! No! No! Come, Black freaking stones. How do you kill this? Well, first you ignore that move. Peep. 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 False high. No! Darn it! I want to kill it. I want to kill it, guys. No. Oh, start with this. Start with the wrong peep. This peep. And then... Fudge! You've played so many moves of the Ticket, this group deserves to die, and I can't kill it, and it makes me mad. Don't Tanuki weak groups, and not only did you Tanuki weak groups, you did it on the Tingen Stone. It deserves to die, and it didn't die. It makes me mad. Yeah. And you know what makes matters worse? Is somehow his Tengen plan has completely destroyed the center. So somehow his Tengen move worked and became super effective. And his opponent got all these attacking moves and gained nothing from it. So somehow the exact opposite of what should have happened from his Tengen Stone. Why? This just hurts me, okay? This shouldn't happen. According to basics, this shouldn't happen. Is White winning now? You have at least 30 points, maybe 35 if we're generous. And then Comey, 40 points. Black has what? 20, 30. And he's playing Dame center, so if you destroy the top, he only has 30. Oh my gosh. And the top's very easy to destroy because you can just go peep and then jump. Because the Tengen is supporting the invasion. I think White's winning. Oh my. Cut the important stuff. Avoid the second line and the middle game. Especially the second line moves that die. And Wiccan, your games stress me out. Cut. Why are you responding? Learn your life and death. This group is alive. There's no way to kill it. Learn your life and death. Wiccan, why do your games always stress me out? Oh my gosh. I'm done. Give up. You're breaking my brain. It's like neither player knows the basics. And both players were determined to stress out Clausius. It's the opposite of the Clossi approach. I'm mostly messing... Oh, I say mostly. I'm being hard on Wiccan because Wiccan is a good friend of ours and I review his games all the time. So I hope you guys don't think that I'm just being offensive just to be offensive. It's mostly because it's Wiccan. And I think Wiccan sends me the worst games just to stress me out. Because he knows how stressed I get looking at his games. Okay. We have 30 minutes left. Anyone have another game? Or any questions? Oh no, we don't hate Wiccan. Everyone hates Clausius, don't forget. Remember, everyone wants to beat up on Clausius and hate Clausius. Oh, while we are waiting, Before I forget, don't forget to check out my Patreon. .com/Classius. This is my Patreon. I'm trying to get this up as much as I can so I can stream and teach more, because reasons. But I just wanted to let you guys know that this option is available. If you become a patron on patreon.com for $10 or more, you can get one game reviewed every single week. What are my thoughts on Biba? I'll answer that in just a second. You can get your games reviewed once a week. And if for $30 a month, you get game reviews every week and one private lesson a month. And for $100, you get game reviews every week and private lessons every week. In addition to these rewards, you get access to the patron-only content, which is currently game reviews, but I'm also planning to add pro game reviews as well for patrons only. And you also get updates of videos and stuff. And if you want access to the patron-only content, but can't afford to get your own games reviewed, you can just become a patron for $1 a month, and it's like $1 or $1.99, and you still get access to all the patron-only content and all the game reviews. It just wouldn't be yours. So, if you want to support the live streams and maybe get game reviews, this is a great way to do it. And I'll send that link in the chat. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And there you go. Alright. Alright. So, what are my thoughts on Biba? I think Biba... Hello. Welcome to the insane world of Go. Eris is here. It's like Final Fantasy VII, Eris. See ya, farthead. See you when I see ya. See you next time. Thanks for joining. My thoughts on Biba are, I think it is an amazing experience, and I think that everyone should go overseas to do something at some point, and I think Go is a great thing to do overseas. And getting exposed to Korean culture and the Korean Go society is super, super cool. I would say if you're capable, it's a great and phenomenal experience to go to Korea and study Go. But I do think that going overseas is a bit expensive, and I think Biba is a great place, but I know of other places that are cheaper. However, I personally went to Biba, and I'm friends with people at Biba, so I would like to encourage people to go there. But just a disclaimer, there are potentially cheaper options, but you get different experiences, and I personally haven't been. There are options in China. There's, I think, one other option that I know of in Korea, and I have friends there who have also offered me deals for cheaper options as well. So I want to encourage Biba, but I also know that there are other options as well. So I can't answer 100% honestly without that disclaimer. However, I think Biba is a great experience if you can afford it, and if you can go, I highly encourage you go, because I think it is an amazing opportunity to go overseas to Asia and experience the culture there and experience the just difference between Asian Go players and Western Go players. It's huge, huge difference between how Asians study Go and how Westerners study Go. And it's really, really cool. And I think it's an amazing experience. So if you can go, I highly recommend it. Yeah, it's funny because I know of another example like that where Nuna means like older sister, like a female to an older woman uses Nuna, which is the Korean word for like older sister type of person, not technically siblings, but like an older sister. Uh, but in Hungarian, it means something different. And our teacher at Biba was a female teacher at Biba was Hungarian, and so she hated being called Nuna by younger Korean females, even though they were just trying to be polite and respectful to her. This is just really, really bad because in different languages it means something different, and I thought it was really funny. The actual classes, I thought were very helpful. The intensive studies, there's a lot of self-study because the pros can't give you as much attention as you would probably like throughout the day. They can't just be with you every minute of the day. They have like other students, they have other things to do too. But they do pretty much make you self-study. So for the self-study part, it's up to you, but you're in the best environment possible to do the self-study. However, in addition to that, you have 9-dan professionals, not just 9-dan amateurs, 9-dan professionals and Korean professionals there to answer any question that you have, to play you in teaching games, to give you lectures on a daily basis, to review like every game you play while you're there, and then you get to play these other Korean kids and get experience and get your butt kicked by them, which is quite funny. So I think the classes there are very, very interesting, and I think it was really, really good for improving your game. I have never felt weaker than when I was in Korea, but after I left and I wasn't comparing myself to 9-dans and professionals, I had never felt stronger, and I don't think I've ever been stronger than after I came back from Korea and had that studying mentality and had the intensity of reading and focus that I did when I was there. When I came back, I was really, really strong, relatively speaking, of course. I was the strongest I think I've ever been was when I came back from Korea for the several months. I got to 5-dan on KGS, which would be 6-dan KGS now. So I got to 5-dan KGS and was holding it, and so I was like 6-dan KGS now, and it was the strongest I'd ever been in my Go career, and I felt really, really good with my reading. My focus was really, really good because I just looked at a Go board 8 hours to 10 hours a day, every single day for 5 months, and I had nothing else to do. I didn't play video games. I maybe went to the movies on the weekends every now and then, but even then, it was just go to the movies and then go play more Go. I was so overly exposed to Go that my focus and intensity was higher than it ever been in my Go career, and I thought it was like amazing how strong I was. And even now, I kind of miss the focus that I had and the strength that I had. But while I was there, I kind of wanted to quit the game because I was so sick of it. because I wanted to play video games or watch movies or watch TV. I wanted to do something else because that's all I did was study Go for 5 months straight, and I was so sick of it and so annoyed because I mean, there's nothing else to do. Would go out to eat. I would go see movies at the theater, but all I did was play Go. And it was just so annoying because I was like, I'm so bad at this game because I was comparing myself to. I was playing 9 Dons and professionals like all the time, like every day. I was playing them, and I was like, I'm so bad at this game, and yet I'm doing nothing but play this game. And then I wanted to do other stuff, and I wanted to do other things, and I was just so annoyed that I couldn't. And so after several months of it, I was just like, I hate looking at go boards right now. I want a break. And it was just so annoying. And there was a time that I actually went 2 weeks. Yeah. There was a time I went 2 weeks straight playing multiple games every single day for 2 weeks, studying, doing Go problems, and playing games every single day for 2 weeks, and I did not win a single game for 2 weeks. And all I was doing was studying and playing Go, and I couldn't win. And this was 2 weeks straight. It was my longest losing streak while I was there. It was 2 weeks, and I couldn't win a single game, and I wanted to quit. I was about to cry because I was like, I'm overseas, paying all this money to study this game, and I do nothing but study this game, and I can't win a single game. And it was so aggravating, and I was so annoyed and so mad, but I couldn't not play. Like, it wasn't just take a break and come back. That was all I was allowed to do because I had nothing else to do. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go play games. I couldn't go do anything else because I was in Korea. What else was I going to do? But I came back, and then I started winning again, and it didn't really feel amazing when I broke the. It was like, oh my gosh, finally I won a game. It was that kind of feeling, yeah. But it's not like I felt like super strong. It was just finally I won a game. But yeah, I got to do it. No, it was I still won games again before I came back. But when I got back, honestly, the first 2 weeks that I was back, there was so much pressure to perform to my friends and my Go Club and online that I actually still I lost a lot of games in my first 2 weeks back just because of the amount of pressure that everyone's expecting me to come back super strong and so much stronger and expecting me to be so amazing because I'd been in Korea for 5 months. The pressure kind of got to me, so the first 2 weeks I lost like a lot of games. But after I got used to playing everyone again, I started just destroying people. I just started destroying people, and I was outreading everyone. Once the pressure wore off, it just became so easy to win against the normal people that I played against, like my Go Club members, and then my Fordon account. It was I was just constantly outreading them, and then when we made it to the end game, my end game was amazingly strong at that point because they were really, really serious about making your end game strong. They gave us like homework sheets with end game problems. So my end game was really strong, and it was just so easy to just win the games. And I had the stamina to last the whole game, reading like super deep, and I was able to just do that every single game because my mental stamina was just so high. And then I ended up getting to 5 Don, and that's why I said that was the strongest I ever was. But then I had to start getting back into getting a job, figuring out where I was going to live and stuff like that. And so life started happening again. So I couldn't just dedicate 8 hours a day to go like I was there. And so I slowly dwindled back down. So yeah, when I was there, it was an interesting experience. But when I came back, in hindsight, it was totally worth it. I felt I learned how to study properly. I learned what things I needed to do, and I learned how to pretty much divide up my time a little bit better, I guess. I learned how pros thought. I learned how pros studied. I got a lot stronger. I learned a lot of things. Gained a lot of confidence. And I thought the experience overall was amazing just because I was in another country. I was on the other side of the world. I got exposed to Asian culture, and I had never been outside the country before that time. So the culture shock was amazing, and the whole thing was just phenomenal. So I highly recommend it if you can. I thought it was really cool. But I have a lot of funny stories from when I was in Asia. But okay, so we have a game. So let's go ahead and review this game. This is for Black. I'm hoping he's in stream. If you're in stream, chat, say so I can know that I'm not reviewing for no one. Apparently, he said ignore the last move. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Yeah, sure. No problem. No problem. I'm happy to share stories. I love sharing stories because I just loved I love the fact that I have stories and that I actually went and did something so amazing and I have so many stories to tell. And I love the fact that I did that. I'm really happy that because I was really scared of the airplane ticket at first and how much it was going to be and if I was going to be able to survive, and it was a foreign country. I was really nervous and scared at first, but I'm so happy I went, and I have so many stories from it, and I think it was really, really cool. Anyway, so we are reviewing for Black, and we're going to try to do this quickly because I have to get off and go pick up my wife from work here soon. Okay, Chinese opening. A little bit strange to do that. Normally Chinese opening's here. And then maybe we can do wedge or approach. And do that. Touch is a little bit strange. Normally you don't want to touch a single stone, so normally this is not recommended. Shoulder hits, interesting, that's fine. Ooh, this is a 3-don? Huh. You're going to be outmatched. Up is fine. The response to this is a clamp. Because you want the territory on both sides. So if you clamp and he goes down, you cut. And you have the attack. See you, Wiccan. Adios. Have a good night. And so they will play Tiger's Mouth and you can Atari. Or connect and block. So a clamp is a common response to this shape to keep the territory. Hello, Kelly. Kelly-chan. Kelly-chan. Nobi's possible. Normally good for chasing weak group. Alright, this move's quite interesting. You're trying to attack the top and also put pressure on the top while also attacking the middle. So I actually like the idea behind this move. There's a couple cutting points which makes it maybe not the best, but at this level, I mean, it gets a 3-don, you need to read it, but that's just not a fair comparison. At 8Q, I think this is a very cool idea, and I like this move. I like the innovation of it. All right, surround the weak group. You want to surround from the outside, so like here. You want to take its Vita Point. So if White was trying to run away, White would want to play the horse's head or the large horse's head. I forget. The giraffe's head, whatever. So his Vita Point's your Vita Point. You could also potentially play a peep and then surround. But then maybe they might sacrifice it and use the forcing moves. I don't know. But some type of outside move. That's what you want to do. You don't want to push him towards the center. You want to push him towards your strength. So that way you can gain points while he's running away. So you want to surround. So this one's a little bit wrong direction. This, I think it might be better to play an extension. Because your opponent is almost guaranteed to pincer this. He did this, but I think it's probably a teaching game. Because if it was me, I would pretty much every time pincer this, or here, because this is too large. This framework is larger than the open side. Definitely jump back. You want to build this area. This area is very large. Site-wide tournament. I still think he was being nice, because this is a little bit soft. This one I can pincer and then surround. And if you try to take my base, I go here. If you try to run, then I can make a base. So I can destroy the Moyo. Yeah, make the base. White is going for his own Moyo. Dons are very, very merciless when we choose to be. But when we're facing an 8Q, we know we don't need to be, so we just play basics and just very soft moves. But no, get a Don to read, then you'll see the difference. Kawaru, yeah. Kawaru is my strongest student. I'm very proud of Kawaru's rank. This one I think is a little bit strange. So there's a weak group here, and he's trying to put a Moyo, but first off, I think the bottom right is bigger than the top left. Second off, I think you can actually break into this area while cutting off the weak group. So I think trying a Hane to try and split would be interesting. Nobi is a little bit soft. I think you should, because this is weak. Yeah. So I would want to disconnect white and keep the white group weak. The cat. Yeah, my little kitty cat. Cut. Good. You want to cut the whole group. So here would be very, very powerful. So my first note for you is going to be learn how to attack by disconnecting. Disconnecting is very, very powerful. In addition to that, when you're defending, staying connected is very, very important. So my first note for you is learn how to cut. Learn how to disconnect. It's very powerful. Because I'm noticing here, a cut from the outside, not the inside. Outside being the center, not just the local area. Where it'll affect the rest of the board, not just the local area. Because this is just a little bit soft. Okay? Good, good. But this is a bad exchange if you're going to do that, because this is an eye. So it's a bad exchange. Just do it directly. Alright, so he does defend. This, I think, is worth connecting. The reason is it's Sente to Atari here and capture these two stones. And these two stones are big. Oh, hold on. Hold on. My wife is calling. Hello. Hi. They did? Okay. I will be there in just a few minutes. Alright. Love you. Bye. I have to end the live stream. Mrs. Clossi says hi. They say hello, wife of Clausius. Okay, I'm going to end the stream, and then I'll come get you in just a minute. Alright, love you, bye. Okay, so the last point I was making was this cut, but I am out of time. I have to go. Yes, first, and yes, hopefully the only one. but I am out of time. I have to go pick up my wife, so I definitely recommend learning how to disconnect. I will not be streaming again tonight. It is our bedtime. It's time for us to go to bed. I will be trying to stream more often, though, and we will be working on getting me a schedule in the near future. In the next few weeks, we will be working on getting me a schedule again, and then I'll get to get back to playing and streaming and stuff. But today was just I had some time, and I wanted to get back into streaming. Again, the last thing I want to mention is the Patreon, for those of you who don't know. Oh, if you want to follow the stream, and I'm happy to review your games and give you teaching games or answer questions when I'm doing it on stream. But yeah, and then you get notified when I go live. I'm not quite on a schedule yet. I'll figure it out in the near future. But if you want content, addition to this, I have a YouTube channel with a bunch of free lectures. Please check out my YouTube channel. I have hundreds of videos for you guys. You submitted a question and I ignored. I am sorry. I will answer that question. Where is the question? Where's the question? There's the question. Why didn't it tell me the question? That's weird. What do you think about Crane's Nest Tsuji on Dawn level? The Crane's Nest never happens at Dawn level because we always read it before it happens. Yeah, I wish it would have notified me. It didn't notify me. But we always notice it before it happens. So the Crane's Nest practically never happens at Dawn level. It's too obvious for us. Anyway, so for the last note is the Patreon. If you would like to support me teaching and making videos, you can do so on here. The YouTube videos that I release for free are posted on here as well. But in addition to that, I also do game reviews on here, and I'm potentially going to do pro reviews. I'm going to try to get some pro reviews on here as well, where I go over pro games and tell you what you can learn from them as an amateur. But right now, it's a lot of Q reviews, a lot of game reviews on here. And then, of course, the occasional video that's public on YouTube anyway. And then, of course, my blog post. And then, in addition to that, you get that's just if you want to support for like $1 or $2, you get access to that. But if you want other rewards, we have tiers. For $10 a month, you can get a game review every single week, and where you send me a message with an SGF file or a link to your game, and then I review it, or I comment it for like the first one. Comment the first like 100 to 150 moves, where I think is a good stopping point, and give you advice on each game and what you can learn from each game. And you get a game review every week for $10 a month. You can get a private lesson for $30 a month, but this also comes with the 4 game reviews and 1 private lesson a month, where we pretty much meet for an hour, and I go over games with you in person and tell you how to teach you how to study, keep you on track in case you're developing bad habits, and pretty much give you goals to work on between lessons. And then, of course, we have the weekly lessons for $100 a month, and that is 1 game review every week, of course, and a private lesson every single week, where you get that 1 hour every week, and then we get really in-depth with your lessons and focus on goals every single week and try to keep you on track and try to help you improve as efficiently as possible. And all of my stuff is targeted towards Q players to help you get to Dawn level. And then after that, you're on your own. Sorry, can't teach Dons. But all of my stuff is for Q players. And I have double-digit Q player stuff and single-digit Q player stuff, and advice for all of them. So if you want to support me, you can do that and get rewards for there. The next reward, we go pick up my wife. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, you're right. Habits, old habits die hard. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Adios. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Bye, kitty.